trying to find a journey with a path that leads to you.
G'day guys, my name is Benjamin Stockwell and this is Path That Leads to the Album. This is going to be a weekly vlog series where I document my journey into releasing the second album. The structure of the videos, they're going to be pretty short and I'm going to set myself 3 goals that will help me either produce the album, record the album, or just come up with the concept of the album. So the goals for this week are going to be learn how to do drum loops on Ableton and learn how to change those drum loops throughout the song. Gather all the songs that I've written since Fear of Falling has released. And the third goal is to basically make a Pinterest board of songs that I want the album to sound like a vibe check of the album, which you can listen to now on Spotify. I've added that playlist onto my Spotify, so you can go listen to that now if you want to. What we're going to do with that playlist as well is we're going to put it into a spreadsheet and then filter it through categories so I know what part of each song I want to be in the album. I do have to come clean. I'm recording this on Thursday. I deleted a lot of clips this week accidentally, so this video is going to be super short. Hopefully you still enjoy it though. I'm really working on trying to make the editing a lot better of the videos and the filming a lot better of the videos. So let me know what you think, guys. If you want anything that you want me to work on, please comment it. If you have any way that I can improve these videos for you guys, let me know, please. I will be so responsive. If you guys comment it the next week, the next video, the change will happen. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. The only context you need for the next clip is I just got back from the gym. I'm about to learn how to do drum loops on Ableton. Enjoy. All right, guys, I just got back from the gym. And while I was at the gym, I was looking at videos on how to write and record drum loops. So I'm gonna spend the next bit of time just giving that a go, practicing what I learned, giving about an hour or 2 to that. I'll record what I'll do for the drum loop for like 2 hours. I'll show you how that goes when I get around to it. And then if I have a bit of time before my gig tonight, I'll go through my TikTok and see all the videos that I've posted of songs that I've written since my album came out, just so I can start getting that list together and ready, which would be a good use for the day, but mainly just working on those producing drum loops. I'll show you how those go when I get around to it. All right, guys, so I've just been playing around with this new software that I'm using. It's called Ableton. I've just spent a couple hours learning how to develop a drum pattern, and then I spent literally just 10 minutes then making one. This is what my drum thing sounds like. Yeah, that's kind of what the drum thing sounds like. Literally took me 10 minutes to make, so it's not really what I'm too worried about. All right, so now that I've done that, I've got an open mic that I have to go to in 2 or 3 hours. So yeah, it's probably the next thing that you're gonna see. Good morning, guys. Last night was a lot of fun. The open mic was insane. I played a lot of songs that I'm thinking about being on the album. All these songs that I'm thinking about putting on the album, they can sound great in my bedroom, but until I try them on the stage, that's where you figure out if they're actually good or not. So there's definitely some songs that I'm gonna practice in the next open mic, but I might do that consistently every Monday because that was a lot of fun. I'm gonna go for a walk really quickly, get myself a coffee. We'll get back to doing that drum loop and getting all the songs together. See you then.
Love is a path we all have to find, but everywhere I look it's like we're covered with vines. I rake away bits of me I don't know, but now I'm struggling to move.
All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that little montage. That was for all the people who think Canberra's ugly. All right, so I just spent a bit of time going through all my folders, trying to find completed songs that I had on there that I've done nothing with. The things that I want to be really cautious about is I don't want to be putting songs on the album that I wrote back in 2020, 2019, 2021, all that kind of stuff. I want the songs to be relevant to who I am now, which I think is really important. The other thing as well is I want to avoid songs that I wrote for the trying to write a song in a week thing. Now, out of these songs, I'm thinking which ones are likely to be on the album. Growing in Darkness, definitely. Help You Out, I think so. And Home Part 2. Backseat Lover, maybe. And Run, maybe. And what was the other one? I Wanna Hate You. I completely forgot that one. I don't even have a song for that one. I Wanna Hate You is what I wrote. I Wanna Hate You. That one also maybe. So now out of these songs, what I'm going to do next week is I'm going to try to find themes within that. And then I think I'll start like looking on Spotify and looking for sounds that I really like and albums that I like and like song ideas that I like. And we'll start writing those down and then we'll get to what I like about them. All right, guys, good morning. Today has been pretty busy for me, just doing some other stuff. I've come home with a pretty big headache and I need to go out again at 5. So today's gonna be pretty chill. What I'm thinking I'm gonna do is I might just start editing this video. I might start listening to some songs and seeing what I like and what I'd want this album to have. But yeah, so it's just gonna be a chill day today. Tomorrow we'll get back on getting on the drum loops and stuff and just working through more of this album. Like this week's just gonna be a chill week just to get into it. Just get into the rhythm of like making a video each week. But yeah, so that's kind of the vibes today. Just kind of chill. Not going to be a lot from me today. Alrighty, gang. We have finished off this playlist. But the problem at the moment is it's 257 songs, which is a little bit too many. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to give it a re-listen and I'm going to find specific bits that because this playlist is kind of songs that inspire me to want to write. I might do where I listen to the song and specifically find elements that I want to put in, you know? Like this has a really nice intro. I like the way that they did this intro. I like the way that it's only lyrics here and then the music cuts in there. Like find those elements. But the problem is it's going to take me a while to listen through to all those songs. Probably around 17 hours, 35 minutes if I were to guess. So I don't know. I think for a lot of the songs I can I remember why I put them in there. But 257 is so many, man. The other thing as well is not all the songs are going to have the same weight to them as the other ones. Like, I'm going to take more out of Volcanoes by Damien Rice, because that's more my style, than Ghost Town by Kanye West, which are 2 songs that are in here. Like, there's different songs that I'm going to take different bits out of. But I want to be careful not to bottleneck subconsciously ideas in, you know what I'm saying? But it's more like I want to give myself options, because the next step after this is I'm going to make a spreadsheet with all the categories of like why I like songs and all the things that they have, and then add all those songs into those categories. So then I can identify when I'm trying to think of, oh, I really want like a good intro. Okay, here are all the songs that I like the intro of. Bang. Oh, I need a good bridge. Okay, bang. I need a good intro to an album, you know? So I'm probably going to start just going through these, getting rid of some double ups, if you know what I'm saying. Like I could probably get rid of I Remember and Cold Water by Damien Rice because they're the same vibe anyway. This playlist is going to be up by the time this video comes out. So if you want, you can go onto my Spotify and it'll come up as attached playlists and you guys can find some little gems. You guys can go, this guy knows ball, or you can say this album's gonna be trash if, you know. I probably don't need the whole of Unreal Unearthed album by Hosier. That's probably not something that I need, but I want it. I'm gonna start culling. All right, peace. All right, guys, if you know me, then you know that I love a spreadsheet. So this is the spreadsheet that we have going on here at the moment. I've got all the songs that are on the playlist. This has taken way too long. And then I've made this table with all the categories up here, which is pretty exciting. And then what I can do with this is I can go production swell, filter comment by false, bang, and then I'll come up with all the ones that say false, and then I can see these songs and go, all right, cool. What do these have in there? Definitely a lot. And there's also some sections here that don't really like interesting melodic variation. It's a song, of course it's going to have interesting melodic variation, or production swell. I mean, that's what a bridge is. So I feel like the problem here is going to be that my perception of what I'm meaning by these categories is going to change over time, which is going to be really upsetting. But I'm still going to do this. It's just going to take forever. Like, it's literally going to take, I'm listening to every song and then ticking the boxes where I think it is. But yeah, it's going to be a bit time consuming. I've just realized that the criteria that I should be going off and the route that I should be basing all the judgments off is, do I want that element in the guitar? So do I want that crazy vocal thing? Like, they're all going to have vocal things and they're all going to have melodic changes, but it's more, do I want that in my song? Anyway, I'm going to be doing that going forward. But yeah. Right, guys, I'm almost done. I'm pretty much the way through, but this is just such a useless list now. Like, it is good and I can use it, but it would have been just so much better just to put like intro, outro, instruments, vocals, beat, production. Just those things there. And then with those saying if I want them in the song or not, because they all have these elements. It would have been so much easier to do five categories of things that are in every song and do I want that specific thing. That would have been so much better. I might redo this later with less songs. I'll go through the songs again. Can't remember. There are a couple songs where it was just false for everything. And those songs I'll get rid of, and then we'll go again with that kind of stuff. But that'll be another week because this is taking forever. But I'll keep you guys updated. Okay, guys. So when I said we were halfway through, that was just a bit of a vibe check. I was kind of just testing out the vibes. I was actually on song number 62, which means I was just over a quarter of the way through. I don't know what we do now. I don't know what we do. I'm not doing that for the whole thing. I think it might be just worth going again, doing different songs, like redoing the songs list. But tomorrow we'll go, I'll get the elements of each song, and then I'll do that all tomorrow. What I might do is I might make the spreadsheet now, because that'll take like an hour. And then tomorrow I can just input the details. I can work on the drum loops tomorrow, and then that'll be all 3 goals complete. Yeah, so probably no more updates from today. Goodbye. We are back working on this spreadsheet. Okay, we're at song 10. I'm kind of just trekking it through. I'm not going to show you any of this because it's boring, but I've got a really cool idea to see if I've actually learned how to do drum loops later on. I'm going to try to finish this off in the next hour, hopefully. And then as soon as I finish it off, bang, we'll go into the drum loops, we'll learn all that kind of stuff, and it's going to be a lot of fun. All right, guys, we've finished the spreadsheet. All right, I'll give you a little demonstration how it works. Have a look at this. All right, so let's say I'm in the mood of writing just a simple folk song, you know, guitar and just vocals, that's it. And I want a simple folk song that still has a nice intro. It has a creative way of doing an intro, and then maybe as well, let's do a creative outro as well. Bang. Now I can look at these songs here. You know, I've got that 103 songs down to specifically what I'm looking for here. I can listen to these songs, get some ideas on how they do it, how they get just a simple guitar and vocals, and somehow create a really interesting intro and outro, in my opinion anyway. But yeah, that's pretty much how it works. I'll be using this and referring to this anytime that I need some inspiration for writing a song. You know, even just going, I wonder how all the songs that I don't listen to the lyrics in still inspire me. Okay, what do they have in common? They have really good production over here. They have really good production, and they have really good melodic and harmonic interest and good rhythms as well. So they kind of make up from the production, which is why I don't listen to lyrics. So we can do all that kind of study into, if I don't like this aspect of the song, what else inspires me about this song? This, I think, is going to be really helpful. So the only thing that we need to do now is finish off learning how to do drum loops and changing them up. I've got a really cool idea to do this. I'm going to get my Cajun drum out. I'm going to drum a beat on that, probably like a 10-second, 20-second beat, and then we'll do it on Ableton. And as soon as we do that, this video will be completely done. All 3 tasks will be completed. Yeah, let's go get that drum. All right, guys, please do not judge my drumming. I'm not very good on this. I need to think of like a drum. Alright, that's pretty basic, but I think that'll work. Just a boom, boom. Let's give that a go. Alright guys, I did it. There's definitely easier ways to do it than what I did. What I did is I went on to here and then edited it on here, recorded it, and then when I wanted to change it, stopped recording, went back, switched to this file, started recording, stopped when I wanted, bang, went back up here, did that, put in the crash like that, and then recorded again. And then now it sounds like this. Anyway, that's pretty much what I did. There's definitely easier ways to do it, but I just wanted a base of now I can do it, and then I can find ways to make it faster later. Next week, we're definitely gonna be working on like doing this, but with MIDI stuff, which I'm hoping is the same. I think it'll be easier when I get the piano out. Like with the piano, I won't have to draw it in, I can just type it in, but yeah. All right, guys, that is the video. If this is your first time seeing my face, please subscribe. If you want something in the next video that you want me to learn, or you have an idea for the album that you think could be cool and you're happy me trying out, comment it down below, guys. I'll be so responsive. I really hope you enjoyed this video, guys. This is just the first of many. I'm very excited for you guys to see the journey of how this album gets made. So I'll see you next week. Peace out, Brussels sprouts.
Trying to find a journey